Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Aimani binti Amran. Today, I will present my fun learning corner titled Fluid and Sing. This learning corner focus on the important role of teacher in helping children develop their language and communication skills through meaningful interaction, fun activities, and a language-rich learning environment. In early childhood education, language development is very important because children use language to communicate, express their feelings, ask questions, share ideas, and interact with other people. Children do not learn language only from books or worksheets, but they learn through playing, exploring, talking, listening, and interacting with teachers and friends. Therefore, teachers need to create an environment that encourages children to speak and communicate confidently. One of the ways to create this environment is through a fun learning corner. A learning corner is a space in the classroom where children can learn through play, exploration, and interaction. It is child-centered, interactive, and meaningful. In a learning corner, children can move around, touch objects, experiment, discuss with friends, and communicate naturally while learning. The learning corner that I created is based on the theme Float and Sing. Through this learning corner, children not only learn the science concept of float and sing, but they also develop language skills such as making predictions, asking questions, and communicating with friends and teachers. And the teacher plays an important role through teacher talk, where the teacher asks questions, give encouragement, and expands children's conversation. This learning corner also integrates digital tools such as digital game using QR code and PowerPoint. The use of digital tools helps make learning more interesting and interactive for children. In this presentation, I will explain the theme, language activities, digital resources, collaboration and interaction, and how this learning corner fulfills the new pedagogy for deep learning elements. Okay, so the theme for my learning corner is Float and Sing. This theme is very suitable for early childhood children because it introduces a simple science concept through fun and meaningful activities. Young children are naturally curious, and as we know, they like to explore their environment, especially activities involving with water. Therefore, using the Float and Sing theme allows children to learn through exploration, observation, and experimentation. This theme also helps children develop thinking skills and early scientific skills. For example, children learn to observe what happens when an object is placed in water, compare different objects, and identify differences between objects that float and objects that sink. They also learn to make predictions before testing the objects and to talk about the result after the experiment. This process helps children develop critical thinking and problem-solving skills in a simple and fun way. Besides that, this theme supports inquiry-based learning. Inquiry-based learning means children learn by asking questions, exploring, and discovering answers by themselves. During the float and sing activities, children may ask questions such as, why does the stone sing? Why does the ball float? Or what will happen if I put this in the water? These questions show that children are thinking and learning actively. The teacher can support learning by responding to children's questions and encouraging them to test their ideas. This theme also helps children develop descriptive language. Children learn to describe objects using words such as heavy, light, big, small, hard, soft, and so on. They can also describe what They see using simple sentences like the object is floating, it is sinking to the bottom, or this object is heavy. This helps children improve vocabulary and sentence formation through real experiences. In addition, the float and sing theme encourages sensory learning because children can see, touch, and sometimes hear the sounds of objects dropping into water. Sensory experiences are very important for young children because they learn best through their senses. When children touch objects and put them into water themselves, the learning becomes more meaningful and memorable. This theme also support cross-curricular learning. Cross-curricular learning means the theme can be connected to different learning areas. For example, in mathematics, children can count how many objects float and how many objects sing. In language learning, children can learn new vocabulary and practice speaking and sentences. In science, children learn about materials and properties of objects. In digital learning, children can play digital float and sing games. This shows that one theme can integrate many areas of learning. Therefore, the float and sing theme is very suitable for a fun learning corner because it is meaningful, hands-on, interactive, and supports children language development, thinking skills, scientific skills, and social interaction. Next, let's move to language activities. In this learning corner, there are several language activities designed to help children develop their language skills through play, exploration, and communication. These language activities also allow the teacher to use meaningful teacher talk to encourage children to speak, think, and express their ideas. Teacher talk is very important because children learn language through listening, responding, and interacting with adults and friends. The first activity is the prediction activity. In this activity, children will look at several objects such as rubber duck, small plastic ball, wooden stick, spatula, key, and stone. Before putting the objects into the water, children need to predict whether the objects will float or sink. Children will paste picture cards of the objects in the float or sink column on the prediction board. During this activity, children will use simple sentences such as I think the ball will float or I think the key will sink. The teacher will ask questions like why do you think it will sink? It is heavy or light? Or and what do you think will happen? This question encourages children to think, speak, and explain their ideas. This activity helps children practice speaking in sentences, expressing opinions, and learning new vocabulary. Okay, the second activity is the water experiment activity. In this activity, children will put the objects into the water and observe whether the objects float or sink. This activity is very fun because children can play with water while learning. During this activity, the teacher will use teacher talk such as asking, what happened to the ball? It is floating or sinking? Why do you think it floats? And can you tell me what you see? Children will describe their observation and talk with their friends. They may say sentences like, the stone is sinking, the ball is floating, or this object is heavy. That's why this object sinking. This activity helps children learn new vocabulary, practice speaking, and describe what they observe using simple language. The third activity is the sorting activity. In this activity, children will sort picture cards into two groups which float and sing based on the experiment results. This activity helps children remember what they learn and organize their understanding. While sorting the cards, children will talk with their friends and discuss where the objects should be placed. They may ask questions like, does this float? Or where should we put this? These interactions helps develop communication skills, social interaction, and cooperative learning. Another language activity that's happened in this learning corner is conversation and discussion. Throughout all activities, children will talk with their friends and teacher, share ideas, ask questions and respond to questions. The teacher will expand children's sentences. For example, if a child says ball float, the teacher can expand by saying, yes, the ball floats because it is light. This helps children learn how to form longer and more complete sentences. Okay, the learning corner also support vocabulary development. Children will learn new words such as float, sing, heavy, light, big, small, water, object, experiment and so on. The teacher will repeat this word many times during activity so that children can remember and use the words in conversation. Repetition and meaningful use of vocabulary help children learn language more effectively. Through these language activities, children are not only learning the float and sing concept, but they are also developing speaking skills, listening skills, vocabulary, sentence formation, and confidence in communication. The teacher's role through teacher talk is very important because the teacher encourages children to talk, ask questions, explain ideas, and participate in conversation. Therefore, language learning happens naturally through play, interaction, and meaningful activities in the learning corner. In this learning corner, digital resources are used to support and improve children's learning in a fun and interactive way. The main digital resource that I created is a digital flute and sing game using PowerPoint. Children will scan the QR code using a tablet and open the game easily. This makes learning more interesting and introduces children to technology in a meaningful way. Before starting the game, children will first watch a short introductory video in the PowerPoint. The video explains the concept of float and sing and shows some example of objects that float and sing in water. This is important because it helps children understand the concept before they start playing the game. It also helps children get ready to think and answer questions during the game.
What do you think we are going to learn today? Yes, today we are going to learn about float and sink. Look at this first object. This object is floating on the water. Yes, it's a rubber duck. Rubber ducks float. Now let's look at the next object.
After watching the video, children will press the next button to start the game. In each slide, children will see a picture of an object such as a ball, a rubber duck, and key, and so on. Children need to think and choose whether the object floats or sinks by pressing the correct button. This activity helps children apply what they learn from the hands-on water experiment into the digital game. Creating this game was not easy for me. I had to spend time learning how to make the interactive game through YouTube tutorials. It took me about 2 days to complete. I had to learn how to use PowerPoint features like hyperlinks, animations, and triggers to make the game more interactive and more interesting. This experience made me learn the value of patience, creativity, and learning new digital skills which are important for supporting children's learning. The game includes interactive features such as hyperlink, animation, and triggers. This feature make the game more fun and help children stay focused. The game also gives clear instructions on how to play. For example, children are guided to press the correct button to choose whether an object floats or sinks, and they can move to the next slide by pressing the next button. Immediate feedback is also provided. If the answer is correct, a clapping animation appears appears to encourage the child. If the answer is wrong, another animation shows that the answer is incorrect. This helps children learn from mistakes in a fun and positive way. As children move from one question to another by pressing the next button, they continue thinking, making decisions, and remembering what they learned. These repetitions help children understand the concept better and improves their memory about which object float and which object sink. The use of digital resources in this learning corner also supports visual and interactive learning. Children can see pictures, hear sounds, and interact with the game. This makes learning more interesting and meaningful because young children learn better through visuals, movement, and active participation. In addition, this digital activity also supports independent learning. Children can play the game at their own pace, make their own choices, and learn through trial and error. However, digital resources do not replace hands-on activities. Instead, digital activities help support and reinforce what children have learned from real experiments. When we combine hands-on activities and digital activities, children can have more effective and balanced learning. Therefore, digital resources in this learning corner help create a more fun, interactive, and meaningful learning environment and help children understand the float and sink concept better. This learning corner also encourages collaboration and interaction among children. Children will work in small groups during prediction activities, water experiments, sorting activities, and digital games. When children work in groups, they will share ideas, discuss with friends, take turns, and help each other during the activities. This situation creates a social learning environment where children can learn not only from the teacher but also from their friends. For example, during the prediction activity, one child may say, "I think it will float," while another child may say, "I think it will sink because it is heavy." When children share different ideas, they will start to discuss and think together. They may agree or disagree, and this helps them learn how to express their opinion and listen to other people's opinions. These discussions help children learn from each other and improve their communication and social skills. They also learn that different people can have different ideas and that is okay. During the water experiments, children will take turns putting objects into the water. While waiting for their turns, they will watch their friends and talk about what is happening. They learn to wait for their turn, share materials, and cooperate with their friends. This helps develop patience, teamwork, and social interaction. They also learn simple social skills such as saying my turn or can I try and let's do together. These are important social communication skills for young children. During the sorting activity and digital game, children will also work together and help each other. For example, if one child does not know whether the object floats or sinks, another child may help by explaining or reminding them about the experiment. This shows cooperation and peer learning. Children feel more confident when learning with friends because they can support each other. Interaction also happens between the teacher and children through teacher talk. The teacher asks questions, listens to children's answers, and encourages them to speak more. The teacher may ask questions such as, why do you think it floats? What happened to the stone? Or can you explain to your friends? Okay, these questions encourage children to think, speak and explain their ideas in words. These interactions help children develop confidence in speaking and improve their language development. The teacher also plays a role in encouraging positive interaction among children. For example, the teacher can encourage children to take turns, share material, help friends, and use polite words. This helps children learn good social behavior while learning the flute and sing concept. Therefore, this learning corner not only helps children learn the flute and sing concept, but it also helps develop collaboration, interaction, communication, teamwork, patience, and social skill. Children learn how to work together, talk to friends, share ideas, and learn from each other in a fun and meaningful learning environment. This learning corner also fulfills the elements of new pedagogy for deep learning, which aims to make learning meaningful, engaging, and effective for children. There are four main elements in NPDL that are clearly demonstrated in this learning corner: relevance, engagement, enhancements, and extension. The first element is relevant. Relevant means that the learning is connected to children's real life experiences. In this learning corner, the float and sing activity is very relevant because children often play with water in their daily life, such as during bath time, outdoor play, or water play at school. They may have already noticed that some objects float while others sing. By linking learning to their everyday experiences, children can easily understand the concept and relate it to what they already know. Relevance helps children feel that the learning is meaningful and important rather than just something they do in the classroom. The second element is engagement. Engagement means that the activities are fun, interesting, and actively involve children in the learning process. In this learning corner, children are actively participating in hands-on activities such as prediction, water experiment, sweating activity, and digital games. These activities encourage children to explore, observe, and think critically while having fun. Engagement keeps children focused and motivated because they are involved in learning by doing rather than just listening or watching. When children enjoy what they are doing, they are more likely to remember and understand the concept better. The third element is enhancement. Enhancement means that digital tools are used to support and improve learning. In this learning corner, digital tools such as the PowerPoint games, help children understand the flute and sing concept more clearly. The digital game provides visual image, animation, sounds, and interactive features that make learning more engaging and memorable. These digital resources allow children to explore, practice, and reinforce their understanding in a fun and interactive way. Enhancement also shows that technology can be used as a learning tool, not just for entertainment, which help children develop both knowledge and digital literacy skills. The fourth element is extension. Extension means that children can apply what they have learned beyond the classroom and in real life situation. For example, after learning about float and sink in the classroom, students can test objects at home such as spoon, leaf, toys or coins to see whether they float or sink. This allows children to continue learning independently, explore more objects and connect classroom learning to the real world. Extension encourages children to use their curiosity and problem-solving skills outside the classroom, making learning continuous and meaningful. In conclusion, this learning corner successfully demonstrates the NPDL elements by making learning relevant, engaging, enhanced through technology and extendable beyond the classroom. These elements help children not only understand the concept of float and sink but also develop critical thinking, observation skill, problem solving abilities and a love for learning in a meaningful and fun way. In conclusion, the Float and Sing Learning Corner is a fun, meaningful and child-centered learning environment that helps children develop many important skills. It allows children to learn by playing, exploring, experimenting and using digital tools, which helps them understand the concept of float and sing in a hands-on and enjoyable way. Through the language activities, children practice speaking and communicating. They make predictions, describe what they see, ask questions, explain their ideas, and share their thoughts with friends and the teacher. The teacher's questions and guidance. The teacher question and guidance encourage children to speak confidently and think carefully. These activities reflect constructivist theory by Piaget and Vygotsky because children build knowledge through experience, exploration and interaction with peers and teachers. The teacher also provides support and guidance which help children develop understanding step by step. The digital resources in this learning corner, like the interactive PowerPoint game, make learning more interesting and engaging. Children can see pictures, hear sound and interact with the game. They receive instant feedback through animation which help them understand their answers and learn in a fun way. This reflects behaviorism as children learn through reinforcement when they get immediate feedback for correct or incorrect answers. The digital game also allows children to learn at their own pace while still receiving guidance from the teacher. This learning corner encourages collaboration and interaction. Children work in small groups during prediction activities, water experiments, sorting tasks and digital games. They share ideas, take turns, help each other and discuss their observation. And these social and collaborative experiences are consistent with constructivist theory as children learn effectively through interaction, discussion and share problem solving. The learning corner also follows the new pedagogy for deep learning. The activities are relevant to children's daily experiences, engaging through hands-on and interactive tasks, enhanced by digital tools that make learning visual and fun, and extended beyond the classroom because children can try similar experiment at home with objects like spoon, leaf and so on. The variety of activities also support Gardner multiple intelligence as children learn through visual, kinesthetic, linguistic and logical experiences. Overall, learning corners like this are very effective in early childhood education. Children not only learn about scientific concepts like float and sing, but they also develop language, language, thinking, creativity, problem solving, and social skills. By combining play, hands-on activities, digital tools, collaboration, interaction, teacher support, and learning principles from early childhood education theories, the Float and Sing Learning Corner provides a rich, meaningful, and enjoyable learning experience for young children. That's all from me. Thank you for watching.